Kagurabachi is peak, and a big contributor to this is the awesome cast of characters. Most of them are distinct and have details specific to only them that really differentiate themselves from the others. I adore Kagurabachi, and I adore its characters, so I thought as an excuse to gush about them, why not rank them? And who better to rank the Kagurabachi characters than me, the Kagurabachi girl of YouTube. It's nice to meet you. That's what some people call me. And some of you may be wondering why I'm uploading a video on a Sunday that isn't a chapter review. That is because the Callie you are listening to at this very moment is Callie of the past. Woo! When this week's chapter came out, I was in an airport on my way to Tennessee, and I do not come back until Wednesday night, meaning my chapter video won't be out until Thursday or Friday of this week. I still wanted everyone to be satiated on this Kagurabachi Sunday, even if it isn't about the chapter. So that's why I'm sitting here like 9 days in advance. The Kagurabachi girl loves you. She wants you to be well fed. I'm still going to make a chapter review. It's just going to be out later. So keep your eye out for that. So yeah, we're ranking the characters today. Ooh, I haven't really done anything like this. And while I might occasionally bring up objectivity, this list is subjective, meaning it's my personal favorite, not who I think is the best. Because if I was going off of who I think is like the best written, this would be a very different list. The lion does not concern himself with objectivity. Now seemed like a good time to rank the characters because it's the end of the year. So perhaps I can do this like annually or biannually, maybe like every 2 years or something. Really, whenever I think this list has changed drastically enough because we have that much more story content, then maybe I'll make another list. And this was shockingly difficult to do. Like, why are there so many good characters in Kagurabachi? Like, it is a small cast of characters. Why are they all so good? Like, actually, it's crazy. And I'm curious to see if this list surprises anybody, because even my sister was surprised at some of my placements, like even my number one spot, which in turn surprised me because I gush about them all the time. If you guys have any predictions before I actually start getting into this list, like write it down or something, like what you think is going to be like my favorite or like top 3 or something, and then compare it and see like, oh, that's not what I was expecting. If you've been here before. Because I'm very excitable. I get excited about a lot of characters, so I feel like maybe if I get more opportunity to talk about some than the others, maybe it comes off more as like I like those characters more. I feel like some people are going to be surprised. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to explain, of course, why I like each character so much, and then for fun, I'm going to give you my favorite moment from them. So number 10 on the list is Iori. Her whole situation is so interesting. I'm going to say that word a lot, so I'm so sorry ahead of time. I need to look up synonyms or something. But the conflict of her learning that her dad altered her memories, and then she had to choose between continuing to live a peaceful lie or having to alter course and instead live a tough truth, I think is so cool. I love her conviction, and I love her confidence in her decision when she makes it, and seeing her fight for the chance to rekindle her relationship with her dad is just such good stuff. She tanked bullying like a champ, she's a badass fighter, and my favorite Iori moment is in the flashback when she cleaned all of the trash and the vandalism in front of her house to keep Samura from noticing, because that's just such a good sign of character and like maturity for how young she was, which it's really sad. I kind of like angsty stuff. That's why that's my favorite moment. I think it's great. It's like so tragic and horrible, but it's cool. Does that make sense? But also shout out to when she punched Samura after he healed his eyes. That shit was hilarious. And very well deserved. She's a super cool character, and I love what she adds to the series. So next spot is our number 9, and that is Hiyuki, the resident girl boss. The OG Kagurabachi girl boss. It's been so long since we've seen her. I miss her. She's another one of those cases like Hokuto where I just think she's fucking hilarious and crazy, and that's her main appeal for me. At least currently in the story, she doesn't have that much depth. But we can glean a bit more from her in comparison to someone like Hokuto through her actions in the story. She's stubborn. She disobeyed the direct orders of the Kaminabi during the Rakuzaiuchi to handle things the way she thought things should be done. And I think that is a strong sign of good character. And all of her interactions with other characters are super fun. Like, of course, her dynamic with Chihiro was great, but like, shout out to Fuku as well, her partner, fucking goated. This might be a shock, but my favorite Hiyuki moment is actually when she vouches for Chihiro during the Kaminabi meeting in chapter 46. I just really like her confidence there and how full circle that is in comparison to when we first meet her. Because they start the arc as opponents, and here they are on the end of it, having not a crazy understanding of each other, but enough to where she's like, oh yeah, like, Chihiro only kills evildoers, and like saying it like as a fact, like vouching for him in this pretty intense situation. I really like her introduction as well, though, because that is such a strong first impression, because you're like, wow, she's fucking crazy. And another moment of hers that I really like as well is her pulling up on Yura after Chihiro splits. Oh man, getting to talk about Hiyuki was fun. Like, I want to get to talk about her in the present. She hasn't been present at all since I've started making videos, so I've probably mentioned her a grand total of like 3 times on this channel. So I haven't made it apparent before, but I really fucking like Hiyuki. Like, I think she's fucking awesome. Next is our number 8 spot, and this might be shocking. Oh god. My number 8 spot is Samura. Now, on an objective standpoint, he would probably be in the top 3. But this is subjective. And I still really, really like him. Like, I love Samura. I think he's fucking awesome. And so even though this seems kind of low, I want to preface, like, I really fucking like him. There's just so many good characters in Kagurabachi that this is where he is. His story is absolutely beautiful. His growth, metaphorically and physically, opening his eyes, opening himself up to Chihiro's plan, and of course, opening himself up to being a father again. It's all beautiful stuff. I don't have to elaborate much on this. Liking Samura doesn't really need to be justified. I feel like it's just obvious. Like, it's that type of complexity that we all go wild over. My favorite Samura moment is definitely in chapter 85 with the "you've really grown up" healing his eyes. It's touching stuff. Absolutely moved me. I sobbed like a little baby when that chapter came out. Really, like I said, the only reason he isn't higher is I just get more excited about other characters. That's it. He's amazing, and he adds so much to this story. Like, he is some of the heart of it. Of course, obviously Chihiro is the main, but Samura adds so much to the story. And a plus is that he just looks super cool as well. Like, let's be real. Toby Mune gives him so much aura, and it just matches his vibe so nice. I love his sunnies, his sunglasses, and like, he's super hot. Like, besides his design just being cool. Like, cause like, look at him. Dilf. Get used to hearing some of this stuff now. We're getting to that territory. Cause speaking of, number 7 is Mr. Shiba. Mr. Big Dick, that's what I call him. Try to tell me I'm wrong, you can't. You have no proof. I love Shiba so much. He's so smooth with it. The way he just appears out of fucking nowhere is awesome. He's so quiet about whenever he does things like that. It's so cool. It's definitely aura, but I also find it so goofy for some reason. Like, just something about it. I'm just like, boop, like, there he is. I really like the way that Shiba will do anything for Chihiro. And what's crazy is that's what some people dislike Shiba for. And I think that's wild. He is enabling, sure, but Chihiro is stubborn and will do whatever he's going to do anyways. So I don't think it's wrong of Shiba to assist Chihiro if he's gonna do it no matter what. Like, I would defend Shiba with my life. Here I am on the front lines right now. I don't want to single out like a group of people, because you can think whatever you want to think about certain characters and all the things. My take, I think the whole enabling Chihiro thing is kind of silly. Like, I think to a certain extent you have to get past the fact that it's like they're not real people in real situations. Like, because obviously if this was like a thing that was happening in real life, then yeah, you could question someone's character and be like, wow, I can't believe they'd let this kid do that. But for the world that they live in, with the context that we have, what else should he do is my question. I don't know. Here I am on the front lines. I've got you, Mr. Shiba. I've got you, Mr. Big Dick. I'm on your side. Trying to write my favorite moment for Shiba ended up just turning into a list of everything cool that he's ever done ever in the history of Kagurabachi. So I decided instead of my favorite moment, I'm gonna give you an underrated Shiba moment, because everyone knows all his cool moments, like think of like Soya with the building, or like really every time he sneaks up on people. Super cool stuff. So I want to give you an underrated moment. It's during chapter 27, during the Rakuzaichi. Chihiro is walking in, making his big entrance to the auction. Shiba's chilling out on a roof with a guy, and you can only see the back of his head, but you like know it's Shiba, right? But just the setup of it is really funny. He's talking to like this goon, right? And the goon's like, oh, hey, like that's the guy that's on the pamphlet. Like we're trying to find that guy. And then Shiba's like, no, that guy has 2 arms. Like, what are you talking about? That's not the guy. And then right after he's like, all right, peace out. Gotta go help Chihiro. Gotta turn the lights off. Like, thanks for the help. I think that shit's so funny. And for some reason, that's like one of the first moments I always think of when I think of Shiba. Like, that is the first thing that pops into my brain for some reason. I'm probably the only person that thinks about that all the time. Do you see what I mean when I said that I get more excited about other characters in regards to Samura's placement? Like, I really like them both, but can you see the way I'm, like, unraveling a bit more with Shiba because I love this man? Yes. Yes, you can. Numero 6, is Natsuki. Ooh, this is probably way too high with all of the content we have, like, which is not very much. So I can admit that. However, I just really like Natsuki. I think that he is an absolute pleasure. The existence of Natsuki is just awesome to me. The whole, my brother, who I was an equal with, got an enchanted blade. I didn't, and now my brother's dead. I think that's such an interesting concept that I truly would have never guessed would happen. And that concept gets even better when, of course, you drop Aruha into the mix of everything. Because his one-sided beef with Aruha, of all people, is just actual comedy gold. Like, really everything Natsuki does is hilarious to me because the concept of him as a character is just so funny. Like, on paper, this is comedic genius. And the execution of it is just as good. It's, like, also perfect. Like, when he has that whole internal monologue about how much he hates Aruha, like, I'm glad he's dead, he was a thorn at my side, blah, blah, blah. Aruha comes crashing through the ceiling, and he's just straight-faced, like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. It's so funny. I would say that's my favorite Natsuki moment, but Aruha has a very good assist there. It's like Natsuki did the pass and Aruha shot the basket, alright? So instead, I'll say that my favorite Natsuki moment is when he scolds Aruha for not using sorcery against Hokuto and Yura, even though it's allowed. Because Natsuki abiding by the rules in this situation as severe as this one is just so unserious. Plus, afterward, when he just lets Hokuto's weird-ass comment slide since it was complimenting him, is so funny. Just everything about him trying to, like, be taken seriously and just no one around him taking the bait, I think is so funny. Like, I keep saying that it's so funny, but it is. It's fucking hilarious. Like, I'm telling you, the concept of him, just, like, the concept of Natsuki, like, it's so good. And also, I do feel the need to comment. Natsuki is the character in Kagurabachi that I find most attractive. So yes, I love Natsuki, and I'm so excited to get more of him, because if you think I'm crazy about him now, when we actually get him past a singular arc, I'm gonna be a whole nother monster. If he's like number 3 the next time I make this list, don't be shocked. Like, I love this man. And at the number 5 spot, I just felt very like, bringing it on down. I'm getting like giddy. Because we're about to talk about my husband. Number 5 is Azami. I love him so much. He's a character that I have always adored since his introduction, all the way back in chapter 7. If you didn't love him with his pocket shirt, then you don't deserve him with his coin. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just was immediately taken a liking to him when he was super fucking cool fighting, and then he was like, ouch, in pain because of his hand. Like, that's when I was drawn in. I was endeared. Then, after that, it's only in small doses, small moments, but his willingness to go behind the Kaminabi's back to assist Chihiro in any way is pretty awesome. And of course, the Kaminabi invasion is where Azami really shines. That's where everyone switched up on him and all of a sudden loved him, and I will never forgive anybody. Sorry. I've gone on, like, I think 2 different rants about this in 2 different videos about how everyone all of a sudden switched up. Like, oh my god, Azami's so cool. I've been here. And I can't gatekeep him. And I love that he's getting appreciation. I really do. But just so you know, I was here first. And now we can put this on record. This is my third time ranting about this. But yes, the invasion is where he really gets his moment to shine. Very deserved. Going head to head with the main villain of the series, who is wielding the most powerful weapon in the series with your bare hands, is that not the coolest thing ever? Like, that is so sick. His main appeal to me is honestly just how crazy he is. Like, I'm gonna be so honest. He's absolutely off his rocker. Like, let me just say that. You aren't sane when you've been beating people to death with your bare hands as your job since you were 18 years old. And the very brief flash into his backstory as well intrigues me, like, so much. The whole, like, getting kicked out thing and all of that. I really hope we get more on that later, and I feel like we probably will. But, like, it's so cool. Like, it's so, like, oh. So he's got some baggage, which makes sense because, like I said, you don't fight like that so recklessly and all those things if you're not a little bit messed up in the brain. And also, I love his big ass eyes. Like, what the fuck is up with that? Like, what is up with his eyeballs? Seriously. How can he do that? I love it. I love it. My favorite Azami moment is in chapter 100 where he pulls up on Yura as he's talking to Soga. He dragged himself down there with an arm missing. He's covered in blood. He's got flowers growing out of him. And he's gonna continue holding Yura off in the condition he's in. Like, that's so badass. That's so cool. And then he loses another arm right after that and manages to kick Yura in the face. This whole sequence is my favorite. It's so good. I called Azami my husband earlier. Obviously, I think he's hot. I love you, my man. I love whatever's wrong with you, baby. Now, don't fix it. And number 4 on my list is Aruha. I love him so much. I love his, I wouldn't say positivity necessarily, but I love his enthusiasm. He is so expressive, more so than any of the other adults in the series. And it's really refreshing in a series that has such an intense and serious tone to have one of the older characters have this more, I don't want to say lightheartedness because there is, like, definitely things wrong with him in the head, but just that, like, lighter type of vibe, you know what I mean? And his balance is amazing because he can be serious and intense like everyone else around him and all of the situations going on around him. And it doesn't feel out of character somehow, even though he is definitely more upbeat and energetic and enthusiastic than all of the other adults around him. He is another case of me being extremely intrigued by the little crumbs we've gotten from his past. Because his mental state boggles me. Because he presents himself so happy, and I'd say he generally seems like he is. But we've gotten little tidbits of insight that shows he does have this darkness to him. And I really hope we dive more into that eventually. Like, I bring it up a couple times because I will never move past this, and here I am bringing it up again. He's a very, like, happy character, it seems like. But then we get that context in actually the first chapter where we get introduced to him. And he was like, yeah, like, when Kunishige died, I didn't want to live anymore. Like, but then you meet him, and he's all like, brighty smiles. The war was great. We're all chums. It's awesome. Like, what are we talking about? So he's so interesting to me. He's like, what's going on here? And I think we will get more into that eventually and get the answers for what exactly is wrong with him. He's another one of those ones where it's like, I just said, like, Azami, I love whatever's wrong with you. Same applies for Aruha here. Can you see how that this cycle is going? His dynamics with so many different characters is so good. Like, so many. If Aruha is involved, you can bet your ass it's a good group. Him and Hakuri are awesome together. I like him and Kiri as well. And actually, the three of them together is great. I have to say it. Natsuki and Aruha is one of the best things to ever grace Kagurabachi. And that's really saying something that is very high regard because there's a lot of very, very good things in this series. Genuinely, Natsuki and Aruha as a duo is one of the best things about this series. And we've had them for like 10 chapters. Like, they are fucking awesome. And I'm so excited to get more of them. My favorite Aruha moment is 100% the reveal that he was alive. That may be the most excited I've ever gotten reading Kagurabachi. That was such a good moment to be reading weekly. And actually, one of the first chapters that I was caught up on was when Aruha died. That was like my third or like second chapter where I was actually caught up with Kagurabachi reading it weekly. Of course, I caught up right when he died, so it was like, fuck. Like, so I was on this train of like, oh, he's gonna come back, he's gonna come back. And him actually coming back is like, oh my gosh, like we saw it coming, of course, but oh man, did it feel good. Like, I already really liked him at that point, so then of course, everything after that is just even better. This invasion, we're really getting to see some amazing parts of him, and I'm not just talking about when he's shirtless. I love Aruha so much. He brings a big smile to my face every time he's there. He's cute, he's hot, he's compassionate, he's funny, just everything about him. His design is awesome. I love his little ponytail and the little sorcery marks near his eyes. I could gush about him forever. I love Aruha so much. Now we are getting to the top 3. The number 3 spot is Chihiro. The protagonist of the century is what I call him all the time. His growth over the course of the story means the absolute world to me. Watching him go from his cold revenge path to where he is now is actually crazy. Like, sure, he has these moments early on where he gets emotional, like he yells at Sojo, he cares for Char in his secret little softy type of way, but he's still reserved. He pushes down his emotions, keeping a cool head. And of course that was necessary in that moment, but my point still stands. The Rakuzaichi is a shift because he has to care for a friend his own age and fight for a cause that's only partly about himself and for his goal. Then from there, he just completely unravels more and more into the force that he is now. And he's confident in his mission, and he's confident in himself, and he's expressing himself, and he's cool as fuck. I love Chihiro so much. His progression is so satisfying and earned, and it has been an absolute pleasure getting to know Chihiro. And yes, I say getting to know him. Chihiro comes to me like a long-lost friend whom I would pick apples with in Papa's orchard. I'm so proud of Chihiro. Like, he's like a friend. We've gone through so much together. My favorite Chihiro moment, even though he has so many good ones, my favorite is his speech to Samura in the way climax of their fight. He's all bloody and extremely hurt, like literally brink of losing consciousness. And let me spit bars real quick. He says, "All I'm doing is living as best as I can. And it's because I have a past I'd rather die than forget. There's nothing I want to throw away. Even if it hurts, I'll trample over all of it and keep moving forward, no matter how long it takes." And of course, that gets Samura to finally break, as well as Iori running up too. I can't discount my girl. But fucking peak. Absolute bars. Such a good moment. But also shout out to when when he thinks Hakuri is concussed when they first meet. Like, Hakuri's like, this is fate, this is fate. And Chihiro's like, do you know your name? Like, trying to ask him like the concussions questions is fucking hilarious. Underrated moments, so funny. Everything about him I absolutely adore. His writing is amazing. I love seeing how he interacts with the different situations and different people around him. His design is awesome. I love him so much. Chihiro, I love you, buddy. My pal. I love you. I'm getting excited. I'm getting so giddy. Number 2. My number 2 spot is Hakuri. Woo! ISO. He is the duo antagonist of the century. I hope I'm saying that right. Like, for real. Nobody does it like Hakuri. Nobody does it like him. He is so incredibly endearing. Like, oh my goodness. He is the most cutiful little guy of all the little guys. His energy is infectious. I love his over-the-top expressions, his goofy-ass grasshopper stance. It's impossible not to love him. At least it should be. He has arguably the best character introduction in all of Kagurabachi. Like, I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but like chapter 19, and yes, I know it off the top of my head, is the most like underrated Kagurabachi chapter ever. It's peak fucking comedy. Watching Hakuri overcome all of his hardships and not become a product of his surroundings is beautiful. He's absolutely somebody who is shaped by his past and environment, but he's able to exceed that, and he blossoms into this just wonderful thing. Yes, look at this guy. For real though, his story is so touching. Gosh, it's really fucked up, but like, it's good. If that bitch Soya ever sees me in the street, we are going to fight. I will get my own potato peeler and my own jump rope, and I will show him what's what. That's all I'm gonna say. Hikuri is the clutch up king, and that creates such an interesting conflict though, because his constant need to feel useful and the trouble that mindset gets him in is just such good stuff. Like, that's so interesting. My favorite Hikari moment. So an easy gimme would be when he's teleporting the bombs into the auction, which, yeah, that moment's amazing. But actually, my actual favorite Hikari moment is something that follows very close after that, which is why I think it gets overshadowed so much. But my favorite Hikari moment is when we're in the way climax of this fight. Kiora is dying. Hikari is doing everything he can to stay awake, continue teleporting people, all the things. The gist of it is his line, "I'll never let another life slip through my hands again." And seeing how all out he's going it's just such good stuff. I love it. And just like the others, I love his design as well. His little hair piece is all fluffy. I like the white hair, blue eyes. It's a very appealing contrast. His 3 layers, his baggy ass pants. That's my son. Nothing more needs to be said. My number 1 spot. Drum roll, drum roll. Who is my number 1? Number 1 on the Calcan top 10 Kagurabachi characters is Hirohiko. Woo! He's an absolute enigma to me. And first off, I need to get this out of the way now. I love his long pink hair. This is a plus. This is a big plus. His character design is freaking awesome, and that adds to his whole package. I know I've been bringing up the visual aspect last, usually, but I need you to understand how much I fucking love his hair. Both up and down. Like, the bun that was using the hairpin that he literally stabbed somebody with, like, that was a whole moment. And his hair down is cute as well. And I need ponytail Hirohiko to be real next. We need to see a pony. Also, I love his outfit as well, his baggy-ass flare pants. Yet again, he is another one of those cases where the crumbs of context that we have for him is just so interesting, and just the thought of more is so intriguing that it just automatically likes him more because I'm thinking about him so much and I'm so curious about what the fuck is going on with this guy. He falls into that category that I would say is off his rocker. Like I said, Azami is off his rocker. Hirohiko is definitely in that category. His whole perception of friendship is perplexing. That being said, his dynamic with Chihiro, I'm absolutely obsessed with. The other characters, I've said a few times, like, I love how they interact with the cast. Their dynamics are so interesting with so many different people. For him, that doesn't really apply because Hirohiko hasn't actually interacted with, like, that many characters. But his association with Chihiro alone is interesting enough for me to make a whole point about it because it's just really fucking good stuff. I love Hirohiko's highs and I love his lows, which sounds weird to say because he's my favorite, but I mentioned very briefly earlier that I'm a big angst girl, and I like all of the conflict and juice that adds to a story. So, like, yeah, is my favorite character suffering? Sure, but it's incredibly interesting to read. I love the way he carries himself and his mindset, his behavior, his fighting style, all of it I just find so incredibly fascinating. My favorite Hirohiko moment, this kind of sounds like cheating, but just the whole entire play and banquet rampage that he goes on while trying to kill Samura so Chihiro will fight him. That whole just power play where he is absolutely balling in the hotel before he gets humbled, I'll say. That's my favorite. All of that stuff, amazing. But also, I want to shout out, this is so stupid, when he spoiled the play for the guy next to him. Truly the most villainous thing he's done. He said, "Have you seen this play? It's boring." Then he proceeds to spoil the entire play while bleeding out of his stomach, mind you. I love him so much. I'm so not normal with him. And I'm excited to see more of him. I'm so excited for the next time we see him because he just was at a very low point. And I'm excited to see where he goes from there. Because he's crazy, and I don't think he's going to process all of that in the correct way. Because why would he? And that's going to be so cool to see, like, what the fuck he's gonna do. Because he's so unstable and crazy. I want to see him interact with more characters as well. Like, he met Aruha technically, but like, and that sounds crazy to say because they're on very different sides, so like, why would they be interacting with each other? But just the implications that the two of them have, specifically with Kumihiri, the sword that they shared, is definitely interesting. I'll say that. I could talk about that for 40 million years, so I'm not going to. But I would love to see them interact, and because they are clearly connected in some type of way. Or more so, they have something in common. Yeah. Hirohiko and Hakuri, I would like to see more of. Because they're both, like, so Chihiro brained that I think that would be really funny. And I need to see Hirohiko interact with more adults. Because, like, Samura hated his ass. I would like to see him interact with a therapist as well, maybe. I love Hirohiko so much. I'm still not normal about him. And yeah, essay done. Thesis complete. Whew. That's it. That's my list. I feel like some people might be shocked by that last placement. Like, to be fair, I've gone on record and called Hakuri my favorite. That was months ago, though. And it's not that I don't love Hakuri, and it actually pains my heart a little bit to put him at a number 2 spot because I love him so much. But yeah, Hirohiko's the only character that I've actually made a video about. So this shouldn't be too shocking, surely. Maybe. I don't know. And that was a while ago. The video's a banger, by the way. Let me gas that video up real quick. I fucking love that video. Like, I wouldn't usually say that about my, like, literally a video that I made. I fucking love that video. I'm honestly almost mad that I made it so early on into my whole YouTubing endeavor. Because if I would have waited to make that video, it would have gotten its flowers that it deserved, but it didn't. So go watch that video. I'm plugging it right now. It's just me gay truthing Hirohiko for, like, 20 minutes. But I love it. I think it's a great video. Mainly because I think that is such an interesting concept that I actually did not bring up at all when I was explaining why he's my favorite, but I didn't want to, like, end a whole rant of, like, yeah, he's my favorite because of all these interesting reasons. And also, I think he's gay. No, that has the appeal a little bit. Yeah, watch that video. I think it's great. Am I allowed to call my own videos great? I'm gonna call that one great. I really like that one. Yay! Kagurabachi characters! Woo! In the description of this video, I will have a link to a Google form. And what that link is, if you want to participate, you are going to pick your favorite character in Kagurabachi. And I'm going to use the results of that Google form to make a second ranking video, but this time, you guys will be the ones doing the ranking. Sound fun? I think that sounds fun. You've heard me explain all of my reasoning, but I want to see what you guys have to say and the general consensus of everyone who watches me. What you guys think of these characters, because I think that is fun. I gave you my opinion, now I want yours. So fill out that Google form. Subscribe, ding ding ding. Like this video, like you like Kagurabachi, like I like Kagurabachi. Yes. And comment, especially on this one. I want to see a ton of comments, except that they're mean. Then don't be mean to me. But I do want to see your opinions on if you were shocked by certain placements or just your opinion on some of these characters. I think would be super fun. So I think that's all I have to say. Peep that chapter video. It'll be out later this week. And I hope this was a good enough stand-in. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye. And of course, we're not done yet. I have to address the nations. Hirohiko Nation, you know ball. And you won today because guess who thinks he's the best character? Me, I do. Hakuri Nation, your GOAT is goated. Chihiro Nation, your GOAT is goated. Aruha Nation, our GOAT is goated. Yeah, he is. Kyoura Nation, suck my dick, his son's better. Soya, suck my balls.